Hello, my lovers. It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy to be here with you guys. All right, so let's just see what we get. I do these readings. I'm the founder of Ultra Love. I created and published a book a few years ago and do beach yoga, and there's some online courses. And if you're curious about Ultra Love, feel free to go check it out. Oh, there's some merch as well. Merch. Anywho, thanks for being here, you guys. If you're into tarot, if you're into healing and all that kind of stuff, then this might be your cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Holla. Holla to the addictive substances. We must have some sort of appreciation for them. So I sort of think I'm reading Gabor Mate's in the realm of hungry ghosts, and I'm feeling very humbled and like compassionate around like just our society's like sort of harsh perspective around certain things and how that doesn't help anybody. I feel like I was gonna say something to that, but it's gone. It's out of my brain hole. All right. Divine guidance and loving clarity is my intention with these readings. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Really, it's your Intuish, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Divine guidance and love and clarity for this Hala Hala Shazam Instagram fam. So for some of you, you're feeling sleepless nights over a few different things. So this could be like either a relationship has ended or the person you thought was one way is not, like they lied to you about something. It's also like you possibly like learning information or like seeing something that you now can't unsee, and so you're just in it. As far as like, this to me is energy that could be related to things like heartbreak and grief, like where we're kind of just being swallowed by emotion. And then the sleepless nights, sometimes that comes up to me because it's like unconscious. So you might be getting sleeps, but actually underlying this process you're in, you're not probably sleeping very well, or the rest you're getting, like the back of your mind is still reeling on these losses, which, I mean, it could be, so like either it could be someone else that abused their power, lied, maybe stole something, whatever, like a business idea even, or you abused your power and then lost. Oh, great. So this situation is all fundamentally leading you into this sort of strength, Nine of Pentacles, Death card. So it's like you're being reborn as a very strong, autonomous individual that eventually will have love. So the love card is defo coming in. For someone, there's that Five of Cups again, so there's definitely lots of mourning. And then for some of you, there's somebody you've got your eye on, possibly. It's something, the Empress energy is super duper abundant, radiant, right? Like fully magnetic and yet really kind of grounded and one with nature. This person, for some of you, I actually do feel like this person knows you or has their eye on you, or they like watch you. It's like they can see you from afar or something, and then like they want to create a world with you. The one thing after this period of loss or like mega sadness is like pain, grief, despairing. I'm not sure how. We could pull some cards on that. So like, maybe you know how, right? Like you move from this, it's like you heal from this brutal situation. Yeah, and then you end up just moving forward and feeling strong. Probably it might take a bit of time, but you end up feeling strong. You're independent financially. I had a reading years ago and they mentioned that as like a self-made card, and I liked that, like that energy of like you're standing on your own 2 feet, you're saving, you're pulling things in, you're sharing. What's this death card about? So there's twofold, I would say. Yeah, I'll keep it like that because that feels more honest. Okay, so there's like, it's not kind of coming out of nowhere. For some of you, you could be releasing a toxic relationship, a toxic addiction, compulsion. And then this catapults you eventually to move forward. And or it's like the addiction has been keeping you stuck and defensive. And ultimately, the death is the death of the addiction, is the death of the not moving forward. It's the death of the feeling mega defensive all the time. And then it's like working on your inspiration, feeling inspired again, feeling beautiful again, feeling sexalicious again. Like, yeah, like feeling super duper lovable again, because this death card is dying too, or like the energies that are dying out are like shitty. It's the energies of just like mourning and being defensive and overworked, wounded warrior. Sometimes that can be feeling stunted, feeling like you can't move forward, feeling like there's not enough energy to move forward or not enough money to move forward. And for some of you, largely associated to an addictive tendency, the devil in the reverse, but you getting over it, you getting over the addictive tendency and starting to feel good about yourself. Certainly for some of you, you might get a new job or you might start like making more money or something, and this is going to empower you and help you feel better about yourself. Because some of them more, I think this could be a cycle of like bad investments, or like even with regard, if it is romance, just this could be a really like a challenging series of failed relationships, or you know, attracting the wrong people or whatever. So this is changing though, right? Magician reverse, this kind of very uncomfortable, painful, grieving situation cycle. This cycle is changing. You're becoming stronger and more empowered, and eventually the love. The 2 of Cups is here. So yeah, there's definitely eventually some love. Just a bit of I would say just a little bit of courage and patience is being asked of you with regards to this new world, this new love, this Empress energy. It's almost like the couple has an Empress energy. So somebody that you both radiate, you both exude a certain magnetism. There could be a sense of like power couple vibratory as well. Why are relationships are so cray, aren't they? Why do we do it? And like we're so programmed with it all as well, and like, but it is what it is, right? Okay. I'm just gonna pull the final kind of couple layer. Come into my layer, you guys. My tarot layer. Come into my tarot box. So yeah, you're definitely, this death card to me is definitely symbolic of the death and the end of a cycle. And thus there's a rebirth, there's a renewal, there's a, you know, things growing out from cement. It can require some courage, but you'll eventually definitely be feeling more inspired, more whole, more in love, and then you're likely to attract a love partner. All of it's growing out from you, though. Bear that in mind as well. And the releasing of this old cycle is, and again, it could have been you. You could have been the one lying. And that's why you're stomped around, like getting the knock or whatever, or you sussed out somebody lying to you. It's one of those brutal things of like, we all do. You know, it's not really, I don't think anyway, it's not really worth us like pretending to each other anymore, like trying to be something we're not, or trying to be pure, knowledgeable, love and light all the time. It's like, oh my God, what are we like? You know, like, what's the real deal? What's the real, but then I guess that's the whole point. Even this full moon coming up, it's like, it's the Capricorn full moon, which means there's an opposition to Cancer, and the Capricorn Cancer axis is all about like inner world, outer world, home life, work life, and fundamentally we're all endeavoring to find greater balance, right? So if there's relationships, habits, anything that's out of balance really extremely, so this full moon tomorrow actually, this full moon is likely to kind of shine light on that, right? Highlight to us, you know, what's not really vibing on the sense of the divine guidance and loving clarity. Like, what's our optimal timeline? What's our highest timeline? And yeah, if relationships are imbalanced, if I mean, to me, the way we're operating in a relationship is fundamentally also that how, you know, how we're working with things in ourselves. So it's like, you know, working on those things, even though I must admit, like, it's super scary. Because for some of us, it would be like letting go of anything that's really long standing, right? Like, we might be in a relationship and yet the energetic base tone of that relationship has always been the same. And so it's no different than laying down an addiction or substantially changing your wiring. Like, the stuff is, it can often trigger, I think, some of our egoic latchings, if you will. Or, you know, it can stimulate that part of us, and yet there's fundamental truth in it, in as far as our ability to heal and transform. But the profundity and this, you could almost say the simplicity of it, because it's owning our perception, right? And that, to me, perception is to do with the containment of our mind, body, emotion, thought. It's all there. It's a complex system, right? Or, you know, certainly, yeah, we'll stick to that. Anywho, my lovers, ramble, holla. So it's like that, you know, summer season. It's been 2 days on the beach. And I've got these two, you see this? This is a messy bite. A messy bite is anywho, I wish you, let's just meditate on it and pretend like it's not there. I love you guys. Hey, super stoked. 7 days at Saunton Beach, 7 days a week, myself, and Sean and Meg and all the amazing surf instructors at Surf Saunton. It's such a fun gig, and I'm so thankful for it, actually. So join us on the beach 7 days a week, my lovers, and mostly you just go and give yourself a half big hug and you holla supreme. You're amazing. I love you. Thank you for being alive. Okay, peace.